Yep. Ignore my cat. She's also contributing to the ASMR a little bit. Let me turn this up a little bit. But how was your Easter Saturday then? So it's the day before Easter Sunday, so. Hello. People are rolling in. My mods have come in as well. What's up? Oh. I think my cat is finally warming up to me though. That's a good sign. I'm good. Just chilling. Let me see if I can do a quick sketch. Oh, you got chocolate? Nice. Bestie, I feel like I'm late every single day just for like a couple minutes just to get everything set up. I don't know why I'm not that late person. I'm not that late of a person, but I swear to God. My cat can also testify I'm not that late. Oh my God. Ooh, you guys paint eggs. You got candies. Nice. Oh my God, Tilly. Not gonna lie, Tilly, I can't remember you much. My bad. But I will remember you if you come right early. But I know we played tic-tac-toe last time, and I lost, unfortunately, for some reason, against like 700 of you. Just straight up rude. Hello, Zuleika. Ah. Wait a minute, what is this? Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Of course, Minnie. How could I forget you, Minnie? What is this? But let me quickly draw something. And tell me if you can guess it. If you can guess it, comment down below right away, okay? Okay. Actually, let me invert and mirror my screen so you can see that as well. Oh wow, I look weird. Thank you for the roses, by the way. Okay. No, it's not a cat. Oh, it's not a cat. It's super close. Oh, thank you. Meow. Oh, my cat has started to leave. Here, I'll draw another one just to make it a little more realistic. Nah. It's not a vase. It's not a potato. It's not a panda. Hold on, let's see. I don't even know what I'm drawing at this point. Close, but it's not a bowling pin. And then no. Oh, thank you for the roses, by the way. Nah, here, I'll draw a little bit more. There. Yes! It is Russian dolls. Congrats to you. Congrats. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the Sugar Daddy family. I think I have a little Russian doll right here. And if you open this dusty ass thing, let me wipe it a little bit. You can see the head of the Russian doll. I try to draw it as best as I can, but if you look at it, it's super close. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is cropped up by the way, but like just ignore it. I sound like I have that much of a cleavage. To testify being non-family friendly, but welcome, welcome. Y'all are really early. I'm doing good. How are you? And Rush. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. That's good to hear. Your skin rash. Well, I'm not even sure if it was a rash. I forget what disease it was, but thank goodness it's healing. Cause skin, anything, if it goes wrong, I still have eczema to this day. It's kind of like acting up. See how red it is? Freaking hate it. I freaking hate it. This is a very easy one. Let me try here for you. Comment down below if you know what it is. No, it's not a cat. Oh my god. Your babushkas. I don't know, that's reserved for my babushkas and babushkas only. It is the gingerbread man, look at that. I took inspiration from, of course, Shrek. I think he's pretty handsome, look at that. I'll give him like a mini top hat. Ah, look at that. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Let me think of another object. Bye, Dilly, bala. Oh, bye, Dilly, bye. Hey, yo, thank you for the stupendous amount of roses. That's good. Snip, 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 snip. Snip, snip, snip. You want me to draw a cat? Alright then. Let me actually bust out all of the drawing skills that I have instead of just drawing like a stick figure. Massage my hands a little bit. Okay. Let me try to draw my cat. And Easter is tomorrow for me. I just don't celebrate Easter. My family just does not celebrate Easter. We ate Costco chicken yesterday, so that kind of counts as like a special. I'm fully drawing a cat right now just for practice purposes. Let me draw the little hairs right there. It's going to be a Shrek cat because it is just green, and green is the only color of highlighter that I have right here. Let me draw just a little What kind of mushroom would you like? One of those like shiitake mushrooms where they grow in like bunches. I feel like that's what the shiitake mushrooms are, but let me try a bunch of different mushrooms. And thank you for the roses. To make sure to keep tapping on screen. Who knows, maybe people can guess what type of mushroom that I'm trying. Okay. I think it has like a really fat bottom right there with the little wrinkles. I think that's a pretty damn good mushroom. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Be it as you know. That's like next level mushroom right there. Look at that. What? Your cat's got. It's a demon. Cats are very finicky, I have noticed. I don't know why, but my cat keeps meowing and like coming over to me and like rubbing against my hand. So I'm like, okay, like you want me to pet you, and then I go to pet it, and then it just goes like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you wanted me to. I thought you wanted this. Why did you come rub against me? Like, oh my god, it's getting weird. Okay. Let me draw the next mushroom right here. This one's in the ground this time, so. Oh my god, isn't it? Actually, because we adopted her, and they were like, yeah, like we were going to spay her, because it's a she. But they were like, yeah, like it already had a scar where we're supposed to do like surgeries for to spay it. So I'm just like, is it spayed or does it just have a scar and you guys didn't do it? So I'm confused, but you know what? Can you please tell me what a cat might act like if it's in heat? Because I need to know. I need to know if it's in heat, but I don't think it is. I think it just might be hungry and dramatic. Slay. Okay, let me draw the next mushroom right here. Piercing, I love it. This is a very specific mushroom that I'm drawing, if you can guess what it is. FYI, I have never seen this mushroom in the wild, so I'm just literally guessing at this point. Yes, we will draw Shrek. Do you want the Shrek before he became all nice, or Shrek as a dad? Oh, okay, let me just draw little spikes right here. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even know where my finger's going. Because the screen is mirrored, I don't know. Left and right, I feel like I've just been reborn. It's the little mushrooms, look at that. You want me to draw a moldy mushroom? Okay, fine. We'll draw one moldy mushroom, and then we'll draw Shrek next. But just so you know, because yesterday people were saying I should upload the lives to my YouTube. So I edited one, and it's going to go up after this live ends. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube, link in bio. Okay. What does a moldy mushroom look like? Okay, and let me just kind of draw some little hairs. I feel like mushrooms have hair sometimes. I actually never seen a mushroom in the wild. I don't know what's happening. And then if it's moldy, I feel like it just have a little bit of like fuzz. Shrek fatty. Y'all are really down bad for Shrek, that's what it is. There we go. It is a moldy mushroom. It actually looks pretty freaking moldy. Look at that. Eat a Shrek with a six-pack. I'll try my best. Now I can't remember what Shrek fucking looks like, so let me draw its body first. I think Shrek had its like little patty jacket. It's like Louis Vuitton almost. And it was furry as well, so I'm just gonna oh my god, my hand. Okay. So after I drew Shrek's little Louis Vuitton jacket, I think it was sleeveless, so let me just kinda draw his arms out right there. Does Shrek has 5 fingers? I feel like he does. And thank you for the roses. Okay, let me try with the fattest bicep that I can imagine an ogre having. Draw little veins right there. Look at that. Shrek Daddy. I really don't know what this life is turning into. We'll draw his thumb with the other side. I'll give him like one of those knuckle rings a little bit. Okay. Because you never know when Shrek has to punch somebody out there, because he is the baddest ogre of the swamp. How did you draw zigzag? With the little like rips that people do have. Might be body hair, might be not. And then we'll draw a little bit of you know what? We'll give him a 10-pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll give him a 10-pack. Because why the hell not? Ogres are not human, so they can have as many pecs and as many abs as they can. It's fully a washboard, so it's not Harry Styles. And then it's gonna give him like a tattered clothing right there. And does Shrek have pants? I'm not sure if Shrek has pants or not, so I'll just give him like a belt. I'll put the Gucci logo on it, because why the hell not? And I'll give him like a little bit of a hip, because Shrek does work out, of course. A little bit of tattered action right there. And then of course, let me draw him a little bit thicker. Just thick, because all my drawings have a tendency to be a little stickish, and I don't want Shrek to be thickish. Shrek looks real bad in the photo. Now I have his lumberjack calves right there. And of course I gotta give him the gnarliest toes. With just a weird sandal moment. Oh, look at that. Remember to not take screenshots, because Shrek's feet are very precious. Oh god. Now what does Shrek's face look like in this point? I know that we want the Shrek with the cat ears, so let me give him his real ears first. And then I'll give him the meows with a little bit of like tufts of fur at the top. Because he's wearing a headband. I don't think Shrek has ears because those count as his ears right there. I'm just gonna draw Shrek a little bit. Give him a glint in his eye. Give him thicker brows. Oh. Mistake. I did not leave enough room for his neck. And you know what? It is okay. Because we will give him a very sharp jawline. So you will have a little bit of neck action going on here. Draw him a little glint on that too. And I think that might be it, but let me give him please tell me sweat. Ignore the blobs of fucking wet things on here. It is following me. It is what it is. But what should Shrek hold in his hands right now? What do ogres eat? An apple. I'll give him an apple. Oh, his hands are like backwards. I'll give him like the fattest fucking apple I've ever seen. With a leaf on it, of course. So we can look like an apple. And look at that. Let me label it. With green hearts, of course, and let me just kind of take it out. So, okay. This is the final drawing of Shrek. Look at that. So I have incorporated the sharp jawline, the thicker brows for that daddy look, the veins on his arms for the little bicep action right there, his Gucci Louis Vuitton moment, his 10-pack, and continuing because you never know. His jeans, his sock action right there with his toes, of course, and the little cat ears that he just has stuff for because he's just silly and goofy like that. Looks like everyone's just meowing at this moment. I'm gonna turn a page. I'm gonna turn a page so we don't act up in the comments right here because y'all are just swampy people. You know, it is swampy. Okay. What other characters can you think of? Right now I can think of Mario. Squidward. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna make a heart with my hands. Okay. I feel like Squidward is like way out of my artistry. Hey Kate, hello. How are you? Oh, not Kate. Why did I say Kate? Take you the best. How are you? Donkey. Okay, fine. Here, let me make a poll because I hear people do that. Okay, so we will do the smiley face for Donkey and the crying face for anything else, whether it be the handsome Squidward or it can be Mario or Sonic. Let me start that. If you want Squidward, Sonic, Mario, whatever, any other character besides Donkey from Shrek, it is the crying face. Other than that, oh no. Why is it so even? The entire live will just end up being see more of me. Okay, okay. Sorry to all the donkey wanners out there, but we have to go towards the crying face. How do I end this bowl? Okay. Okay, so we have one in terms of not doing donkey. Do we want the handsome Squidward, Sonic, or Mario from Mario Brothers, of course? Tell me in the comments, tell me. Okay, I do see a lot of requests for Squidward, as well as Sonic. Again, y'all are down bad for Sonic. He's literally a fucking hedgehog. It's giving bestiality. But I did have a crush on Sonic, so I can't really complain. So, we shall draw handsome Squidward. Okay, what did Squidward look like? I know his big fat nose that it's like snatched as he turns handsome. Oh wait, let me turn the screen because you can still kind of see Shrek. Okay. Let me draw his big ass brain right there. Give him a little baldy hair follicles. Wait a minute. Why is my thing loading? Can you still see me? Can you still hear me? Hello, Jelena. Hello. Okay. And then let me just kind of give him the crevices of the eyebrows, because we all know Squidward does not have a shred of hair. But he does have those mean, like, crevices. Ooh, actually, this is looking good. What happened, Jelena? What happened? Oh, are you talking about the thing? Thank you. Oh, bonjour. Merci. Thank you for watching the stream. Shout out to all the French people out there, to Francophonie. Let me just kind of give them the suave look right here. Snatch nose, because we all know Squidward got rhinoplasty, so he does not have that anymore. Hello, Rose. What is up? Ooh, I think that's pretty dead on. Look at that. Not in your cowboy fit. Drawing with this little tattered up shirt action right here. 5-star. So good. Now, what does a clarinet look like? Let me draw just an extra long one here for him. With a little reed. I believe people call it a reed. Just kind of. I think clarinets have like little stuff on the side, no? And look at that. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. But of course, I gave him buffer arms because why the hell not? Also, do make sure to tap that screen just because you're enjoying this art. Does not mean other people doesn't have to see it. Hello, hello. Wait a minute. I have no idea how to say hi in Italian. My mind is blanking. Please tell me what it is. I feel like I saw someone's name request, but I cannot find it, so we will move on. We'll give him a graphic shirt. There we go. I gave him a very contemporary style looking Heyoo shirt. Little Heyoo's out here. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. Oh, I remember Ciao from Hitman Reborn. Why did that never come across my mind? But that is little Mr. Handsome Squidward right there. Let me. Yo, the Spy X Family episode 2, I literally just had to watch it on another website because animesuki.com or .2 was not popping off really. It just was like, yeah, it's coming out 3, and then it fully was after 3 and it didn't come out, so just illegally find it on another website. I just googled it, but there was no subtitles on that one, so if you cannot and do not understand Japanese, it is a long waiting game for you, but it was very fun. I happened to notice like halfway through that it was not English subtitled, but it is what it is. I still understood it. Hello, kitty. Hello. Okay, we will move on to the next character. Now that we did Handsome Squidward, are we going to do Mario? Or maybe we'll do, if we want to stay within the Bowser realm, or the Mario realm, do you want to do Bowser? Do we want to go with Bowser? Not Shrek, honey. We did Shrek already. And in case you didn't see, let me flip back. Where's Miss Money at? This is Shrek right here. If y'all missed it, this is Shrek. What? Not blow on the damn microphone. Bitch, get your own fucking microphone and then blow on it. I will do different ones every day. I can't just be on here doing the same stuff every day. Like, what is this? We cannot do the same thing. Megamind. Already did us wanting Megamind. Wait, what does Megamind look like? Now hold on. Let me get my laptop. I'm just gonna scooch up. Oh my god. I forgot about my headphones. Let me just quickly search up what Megamind looks like, because I know his face. Not let's slaughter Margaret. Margaret is actually here. In case y'all don't know, Margaret is always here. Always. Okay, let's see here. And to make sure to tap that screen. Just because it's a different style of an ASMR live that we're doing today does not mean y'all can slack. Do not slack off, okay? Ooh, okay. I remember Megamind now. I remember. Okay, look. I feel like that one is a very good reference picture. Let me set it right there. What do you mean? The SKK? Do you mean so? It doesn't matter if you never see me. Welcome to the community, but we will refrain from treating me like a freaking robot. Be like, yes, sir. Oh, I totally forgot to put on these headphones again. Let's draw a little bit of Megamind, shall we? What is that? That's what Megamind looks like. Does he have a beard? Oh, he does have a beard. 안녕하세요. You wanna see who Margaret is? If y'all wanna see who Margaret is, better keep tapping on screen. We will do a Margaret reveal after this. That's a little goatee right there. His little nose. Oh, he has like real arching brows right there. I don't know if I'll do bugs at 50k because this is a little bit different, but we can't do bugs just after this drawing portion because for some reason people really want to see me draw. So, I mean, I love K-pop. It is the music of my country, so a portion of it anyways. But my favorite K-pop girl is Shiny. Let me give it like these big Joe eyes. Give him a bit of anime eye-esque right there. Does he have hair? No, he doesn't have hair. Look at that. We'll give him a little bit of a smirk right here. Not hot mind. Okay, if you wanna make him better keep tapping that screen. He gets hotter the more you tap that screen. Mino-shi. Do you wanna say Mino, like English, Anglophone version? Or Mino, Chomino. And oh my god, he doesn't have a cape. Or he does, but he doesn't have like the little flashy banangas in the back. I'll give him one myself to make him a little bit hotter, so I'll give him. Let's give him a little bit of that as well. Gotta give him the cape, why not? He already has a cape, but he doesn't have like the neck portion. So he's really slacking in terms of that aspect. Let me look at that reference photo again. I really don't know what the hell to put on that picture, but let me give him a v-neck. And for those of you who like chest hair, I'll give him a little bit of chest hair. I'll have it like peeking out from the oh my god. You know, this is the consequence of Industrial Revolution. Like, we have really come down to hodifying a brainiac who's a villain, but not really. extremely long. Wait, did I just miss a comment? What just happened? Never mind, all the comments are literally just spamming hot mind. Be sure to tap that screen along with hot mind too. Make sure to show Daddy Megamind your love. Okay. Give him a little bit of that. I'll give him a tiny bit of a necklace too. But it'll be a really low necklace with, of course, a brain. It's not my hair. Oh. Look at that, a brain necklace. And then we will. What is the rest of his outfit? You know what? I'm just gonna go freestyle my entire outfit. And thank you for tapping on screen. This time, Megamind will not show his arms because, of course, the epitome of Megamind is not to show the guns that he has. It is to subtly flex his humongous fucking brain. Let's give him a little bit, of course. Beaver brain belt right there. Gotta make sure you can see his calves, of course. I'll give it a little denim belt buckle too, just in case it goes one on. Make him a little thick down there. Give the cape extra depth. Make the arm a little bit. Because Mr. Megamind here has it inside his pockets. Oh my god, my back. And what else is missing about Mr. Megamind right here? Can you guess? You're just right, yes. It is him thinking. Bigger eyebrows. Instead of drawing it on his forehead, I would just give him a very, very subtle ooh inside his thoughts, because Megamind is all about the thought action here, and as we can see, the ooh sign is right there. Not Easter Bunny with abs. Do we need to have a dog? Do we need to have a dog? That's what it is. Oh. Yes, yeah. Honestly, my back is hurting from doing all this, so let me just end this with a quick takey signature and close that for now. If y'all do want me to draw more people, do make sure to hit follow. And, check out my YouTube, because new content goes up very, very often. Almost every couple day passes, a new video pops up on my YouTube, And who knows, if you missed the previous ones, like, of course, Daddy Shrek, and Handsome Squidward, and of course the other horrendous so she starts to lose her hair a little bit. It is quite the sad moment, and let me just re-mirror the thing again, because it's been throwing me off the entire time. Oh, light purple's so cute too. Okay, I'll put the wig on Margaret, why not? I wanted to have a proper introduction to the new people. Let me give her a quick brushing right here. Ah, look at that, she is pretty cute, look at that. Ta-da! It is dear Margaret right here. This is our beloved Margaret of the community. Oh my god, Margaret. Her hair is just not giving. Oh my god. Margaret says thank you for the rose. And of course her face is perfect for tapping. Margaret is very gorgeous. Thank you. I raised her myself, actually. Look at that, the hair. She could never have gotten this hair, you know. Margaret is very much connected to everyone and anyone in this world. Ignore the tattoo. She comes from a farm, but we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about the little number 11 on her neck. I'm a proud mother of Margaret right here. But the only thing as a mother I feel so guilty for is Margaret's hair. And Margaret's dear Margaret right here. Her hair has not grown a single millimeter since the day she was born. Oh. No, you're actually pretty late. You're 58 minutes late. How dirty of you. It's actually a fade, but I think it was my first time doing a fade on her, so it did not go over too well, but she still has hair on the top though. It still has the hair on the top. What is that? I think my cat just knocked over something. Let me give her a quick brush. Look at that. Oh. Margaret, I feel like you have some bugs in your hair. I don't know where the bugs might be hiding though, because she does have that weird nasty tattoo on her head that I have no idea where she got it from, but I think she went bowling and she just lost the bet. Margaret really does suck at bowling, because as you might have known, she doesn't have arms or anything of a body, in fact, so it just is what it is. But no, in retrospect, I did buy this wig for myself, and I just used Margaret as a wig stand because she's my object. She's mine. She belongs to me and nobody else. So let me see if I can put on this wig real quick. And because my hair is not properly prepared, I'm just gonna have to like tap it on there. I do like cats. I have a cat downstairs. Oh my god, my head is too big for it. And actually, if you just kind of hide it. Why, hello. It's Takey ASMR. Don't I kind of look snatched? I should have a bob, honestly. Look at that. It does match. parting of it, because the parting is very much structured. I tried to cut some baby hairs on it, but to no avail, because I have no idea how to style wigs, and honestly, I'm gonna have to get the help of a professional. Maybe if I peek out my real hair and pretend it's mine. Wait, I have some sunglasses on. And if that kind of hides a little bit, I can just kind of go for like a... Oh. My hello. It is me. It is giving white. No, Maddie. I do look like some kind of game character with the green top on too. It just looks kind of, looks gnarly. What if I put my like actual hair below it? It could go for a different vibe. You know those characters with the short bob and long hair? I can't remember who it was exactly, but there's always an anime character like that. Okay, that's enough of that. I'll just give it back to Margaret. Maybe one day I will get a proper preparation. I don't know what to call it. But truly, only Margaret can lock this look. Oh my god. Do I use what? Not the backpack. It's a Dora the Explorer version, as I might have called it. We'll get Margaret to rest right now. Oh my god. Okay. What do people request for? The clothes, right? Oh. We'll put you underneath the gloves for a little bit. And do make sure, if the Q&A thing disappeared, I literally don't know how to keep that on the screen. To follow my YouTube, new video has been posted, and there's another video going up today right after this. It's like an hour 30 minutes long, 2 hours long. Give or take, it's like the previous TikTok lives that I did. And this one too will go up, so if you missed the beginning of it, you will catch it tomorrow. On my YouTube. My YouTube name is Takey ASMR. Link in my bio. What the hell is this? Thank you. What happened to your arm? Tell me the entire story. What happened to your arm? Margaret is a sweet old peach. We will not slap her. And football does that too. Even though I have never touched a football in my life, looking at all the movies like the Blind Side with what's her name? Sandra Bullock. It's pretty good. Hey, what's up? One of my esteemed mods have joined the chat. up, Heyoo. Thank you, thank you. Your golden lemons. Sound. If you gift me, I will change it immediately to the trigger that you want. It's how the economy works. I can't answer that question for you, but am I material? The answer is of course yes, but you have to agree on it. And since you asked nicely, we will do Fishbowl. Hello, hello. Oh. I used a Blue Yeti margaret. Gabe, that will be $200. But if y'all are down for feet ASMR, I'm down anytime. I can bust out all the props too. It's probably just a normal household stuff, you know. DM me on Instagram if you want feet ASMR. JK. Oh well. I will do Fishbowl for you real quick, and then we'll do a little cameo action for Margaret. Oh my god. Wait, I wanted to tell y'all so badly. So I went on to AliExpress this morning because I wanted to get some cat toys. And I was going to get it from Amazon because I thought it was better quality, but it's literally the exact same thing. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get a shit ton of cat toys. And on the way, I bought some ASMR props as well. So kudos to that. I ordered the little ice globes with the petals inside it, so we will do a different version of Fishbowl as soon as that arrives within the next 10 years. So look out for that. AliExpress. Love it. message inside there is very important. It's very important. Oh, yo, if you feel sick, please lie down. Get some electrolytes, Uber eat yourself a bunch of food. Put it on someone else's credit card. I love looking at myself through this bowl. It's pretty funny. Asta. Oh. Hey, yo, that one time when I canceled the live like a couple days ago, it was because in the morning, so like at my work, because I work full time, there was this rude ass motherfucker that I called because I work in a sales role too. They were like, hey, like, do you want to buy this? Yes or no? If not, I'll just be on my way, whatever. But he decided to just degrade me in the chat, like in the call. And of course I have to be nice about it because of course I don't want to get fired. And they record all the calls, so fuck that. I don't want to swear at you back or give you any attitude in case I get fired, even though it's not my fault. So he just wasted my time. Treated me like I was some kind of fucking idiot. It just wasn't the vibes. He was acting like Dora the Explorer. Where's Waldo type of shit, like Neo Kailan. might say, oh. That's good, isn't it? Yo, the emoji challenge just commented on my newest video instead. I don't have all the props ready for that. I have to like dig them out. Hello, hello. I am good, yo, I am good. How was your Easter bread? Have you been looking for the eggs, you know? Meanwhile, you woke up 3 hours ago. You can go back to sleep then. It is time for you to go back to sleep. Just close your eyes. Close it, close it, close it, and just sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. No. I came on at least 3 minutes ago. So technically you're late. You're late, okay? Naughty, naughty, you naughty, naughty. I did just start. Right off for, you know. Okay. I did say it was like a reading and writing ASMR. So I'll warm us up here with a little bit of book tapping. Well, at least you're here. Oh, what up, fall? My day was good, Mimo. I literally just worked and hung out at my bed a little bit with my cat and stuff. I should have taken a nap. I really should have taken a nap. I'm just really tired. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. I wish I had chocolates to share with you guys, but I really don't. I was going to get some, and then this new donut mochi place that opened up near me, it wasn't open. It was fraudulent. It was literally fraudulent. My parents or Margaret to do ASMR. We can do a little bit of Margaret Fishbowl, and it's her favorite activity. Thanks for the concern. Meanwhile, I'm good. I can take a nap after this instead. My cat is vicariously sleeping instead. Thank you for the finger hearts, you know. Okay. We will do bugs at 50k. If y'all need a goal to tap that screen for, we will do bugs at 50k. Keep tapping that screen. I'm planning on being live for about like 2 hours today. I think the little notification said an hour and a half. I could go for a good 2 hours today. Why not? I haven't done like a regularly 2-hour one since I got my cat on Sunday. You're shopping. Let me wipe my hands a little bit. Thank you for the weights though. You want the bad ASMR? I'll give you bad ASMR. Out of these headphones, I can just listen to myself. It's whatever the sound is picked up by the microphone that I can hear myself. So I'm not literally just bored doing. Because I can't hear anything if I do that, so I might as well get a little bit of ASMR enjoyment, you know. Thank you for that. Thank you. Do check out my YouTube. I posted one of my previous TikTok lives on there. And guaranteed there's no scare jumps or anything like that. distance while I pretend to brush your hair. Oh my god. Margaret is very stiff today, so we will not make fun of her today, but hello Evie, hello. Pretend, just look at Margaret's face a little bit. I'll put myself out of the screen. Just look straight into Margaret's eyes. Look. Thank you for the rose. Thank you, May Rose. Oh, you're with the roses always. I'm not joking, Margaret. That is Margaret's real arm. Book tapping. I. Hey, thank you for the gifts. Okay, I'm not joking, or I swear to freaking God, I swear to God. I'm just lightly tapping her face, just like how you should be lightly tapping that screen. We'll brush a little bit of Margaret's hair too, why not? And then we'll do book tapping after, so make sure to tap that screen. Yes. Get your sleep, man. Get your sleep. What is this? Why is her hair just split down? Hey, Dinah. Hello. I did. I just felt like drawing, and a lot of people were requesting drawings, so I just took the entire live a little bit. Nice. It's always nice to date somebody you like, you know? Yo. Nice to see that you're my biggest fan. Give me the biggest number of likes, fam. Give me the biggest number of likes. I will believe you that. Hello, Mr. Fluff. How are you? Okay, we're gonna put Margaret back now, so she can enjoy whatever she decides to, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. Should I just scroll up through the comments? You're in Sweden. Damn, how was it in Sweden? But good night. And it's okay, Mr. Fluff. You're here now. This is the book that I could read y'all. It is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I was like really into this book for a solid year when I was younger. I have the entire series actually, and thank you, Mayros, thank you. I'll read just a synopsis a little bit, just real quick. A sacred oath, a fallen angel, a forbidden love. Might as well read fanfiction at this point. Hey, Mother No, what's up? When Nora and Patch are forced together as lab partners, Nora would rather fall to her death than to put up with elusive answers to her defenses start to break down as her curiosity about Patch heats up. Why does he always seem to be wherever she is and know exactly what she's thinking? How does she know what to say to both attract and repulse her? And what is up with those V-shaped scars on his chiseled back? Chiseled. As her connection grows stronger, Nora's own life becomes increasingly fragile. Nora needs to decide. Is Patch the one who wants to harm her, or the one who will keep her safe? Has she fallen for the fallen? Becca Fitzpatrick's New York Times bestselling debut is a page-turning leap into the unknown world of fallen angels. Do you have someone to catch you? I love it. What do you mean never comes to school? Hey, good to know that you're not sick anymore. Alright. I'll do a little bit more tapping, since people did want me to tap on books a little bit. But do make sure to tap that screen. Hey Taquito, hello Taquito. Good to know that you'll join tomorrow. Oh my god, Olivia, what happened? Are you alright? That's what I need to know. And a video of myself reading. Alright, I'll post it. It'll be like 10 hours long of me just finishing a book all in one go. Let me read a little bit of this book right here. Girls, just get a new Discord account. Just get a new Discord. It is not worth it. Although my Discord is not that well developed, so you losing yours might be more detrimental. It was a movie all away. Yo, summer basically never comes in Canada. Like, I swear to God, I don't even remember the last time I saw blazing sun above me. So, yeah, I'm quite excited for whenever summer decides to come. Let me put you a little bit farther away. Put my knee up. This is chapter 1 of Hush Hush. No, I don't have a Discord server. I have one of those like throwaway private Discord account, so I can join like a bunch of other things, like the Zip Steffens. He's on TikTok. He has like a Discord server for Genshin leaks and stuff like that. So I follow it very religiously to look at the Genshin leaks. I cannot live without them. That's how I knew Ayata was gonna come. Hey, hello to North Ireland. Hello. Welcome to live. Okay, let me read chapter 1 of this, depending on how long it'll take, and then you tell me if you want to read more. Yes, mommy will read you a bedtime story. Come, sit around, okay? I walked into biology and my jaw fell open. I should have just read fanfiction instead. I walked into biology and my jaw fell open. Mysteriously adhered to the chalkboard was a Barbie doll with Ken at her side. Div enforced link arms are more naked, except for artificial leaves placed in a few choice locations. Scribbled above their heads in thick pink chalk was the invitation. Welcome to human reproduction. 6. Oh wait, am I allowed to say that word on live? Who knows? But make sure to keep tapping that screen if you think it's spicy. Welcome to human reproduction. 6. At my side, V Sky said, "This is exactly why school outlaws camera phones. Pictures of this in the e-sign will be all the evidence I need to get the Board of Education to axe biology. And then we have this hour to do something productive, like receive one-on-one tutoring as a virgin. Not so loud, she winked as the class bell rang, sending us both to our seats, which were side by side at our shared table. Coach McCartney. What the hell is this spelling? Some white people stuff, man. Coach McCartney grabbed the whistle swinging from a chain around his neck and blew it. Seats team. Coach considered teaching 10th grade biology as a side assignment to his job as varsity basketball coach. And we all knew it. It may not have occurred to you kids that sex is more important than a 15-minute trip to the backseat of a car. It's science. And what is science? The fact that I read this at like 12, I can't. Boring. Some kid in the back of the classroom called out, "The only class I'm failing," said another. Coach's eyes tracked down to the front row, stopping at me. "Nora, the study of something," I said. He walked over. Oh, I lost my things. He walked over and grabbed his index finger on the table in front of me. "What else?" "Knowledge gained through experimentation and observation." Lovely. I sounded like I was auditioning for the audiobook of the text. "In your own words." Oh my god, it's too much like a classroom. I touched the tip of my tongue on my upper lip and tried a synonym. "Science is an investigation," Coach said, sanding his hands together. "Science requires us to transform into spies." Good sleuthing, good sleuthing. Takes practice, he continued. So does sex. Came another back of the room comment. We all bit back laughter while Coach pointed a warning finger at the offender. "That won't be part of tonight's homework." Coach turned his attention back to me. "Nora, you've been sitting beside V since the beginning of the year." I nodded, but had a bad feeling about where this was going. Oh no. "Both of you are on the school e-sign together." Again, I nodded. "I bet you know quite a bit about each other." V kicked my leg. By the way, this is the book for you all. This is the book for y'all joining. V kicked my leg under our table. I knew what she was thinking. That he had no idea how much we knew about each other. And I don't just mean... Oh, I lost my place. Where the hell did I go? That he had no idea how much we knew about each other. And I don't just mean the sacred serene tomb in our diaries. V is my untwin. Whatever that means. It is hush hush. If someone could comment down below and I could just like link it in the thing. But other than that, enjoy the first chapter. Okay. She's a green-eyed, minky blonde and a few pounds over curvy. I'm a smoky-eyed brunette with volumes of curly hair that just holds its own against the best flat iron. And I'm on legs, like a bar stool. But there is an invisible thread that ties us together. Both of us swear that tie began long before birth. Both of us swear it will continue to hold us for the rest of our lives. I need to look down a little bit so you can hear me. Coach looked out at the class. In fact, I bet each of you knows the person sitting beside you well enough. You picked the seats you did for a reason, right? Familiarity. Too bad the best sleuths avoid familiarity. It dulls the investigative instinct. Which is why today we're creating a new seating chart. Classic. It's beginning to sound a lot like fanfiction. I opened my mouth to protest, but V beat me to it. What the crap? It's April. As in, it's almost the end of the year. You can't pull this kind of stuff now. Coach hinted at a smile. I can pull this stuff clear up to the last day of September and semester. And if you fail my class, you'll be right back here next year, where I'll be pulling this kind of stuff all over again. Hello. Hey, yo, every single time I look up, I lose my place. Just make sure to keep tapping that screen and check out my YouTube. Did someone link it in the Q&A? No? Y'all rude. This is giving rude. It is hush hush. It's Becca Fitzpatrick. V scowled at him. She is famous for that scowl. It's a look that everyone does. It's a look that does everything but audibly his. Apparently immune to it. his whistle to his lips, and we got the idea. Every partner sitting at the left side of the table. That's your left. Move up to one seat. Those in the front row, yes, including you, V. Move to the back. V shoved our notebook inside her backpack and ripped the zipper shut. I bit my lip and waved a small farewell. Then I turned slightly, checking out the room behind me. I knew the names of all my classmates, except for one. Oh, wait a minute, I think I saw someone. Hey. But do make sure to check out my YouTube. I'll post a video of me reading an entire book anyways, that's the transfer. The coach never called on him, but he seemed to prefer it that way. He sat slouched on the table back, cool black eyes holding a steady gaze forward, just like always. I didn't for a moment believe that he just sat there, day after day, staring into space. He was just thinking of something. But instincts told me I probably didn't want to know next. Oh, thanks, girl. Oh, I use some meat and it's like coming up back up, but you can't smell it. He sat his biotex down on the table and slid into V's old chair. I smiled. Hi, I'm Nora. His black eyes sliced to me and the corners of his mouth tilted up. His black... I read that you were playing Sonic Dash. You best win with this background ASMR. My heart fumbled a beat, and in that pause, a feeling of gloomy darkness seemed to slide like a shadow over me. It vanished in an instant, but I was still staring at him. His smile wasn't friendly. It was a smile that smelled trouble, with a promise. I focused on the chalkboard. Barbie and Ken stared back with strangely cheerful smiles. Box out 50k. Make sure to keep dabbing. I'll be finished with this very, very soon. Coach said human reproduction can be a sticky subject. Ew, gained a chorus of students. It required mature handling, and like all science, the best approach is to learn by sleuthing. For the best of the class, practice this technique by finding out as much as you can about your new partner. Hello, Jamal. Tomorrow, bring a write-up of your discoveries, and believe me, I'm going to check for authenticity. This is biology, not English, so don't even think about fictionalizing your answers. I want to see real intention and real teamwork. There was an implied or else. I sat perfectly still. The ball was in his court. I smiled, and look how well that turned out. I wrinkled my nose, trying to figure out what he smelled like. Not cigarettes. Something richer, fouler. Cigars. I found the clock on the wall and tapped my pencil in time to the second hand. I planted my elbow on the table and propped my chin on my fist. I blew out a sigh. Great. At least at this rate I would fail. I had my eyes pinned forward, but I heard a soft glide of his pen. He was writing, and I wanted to know what. 10 minutes of sitting together didn't qualify him to make any assumptions about me. Flitting a look sideways, I saw that his paper was several lines deep and growing. What are you writing? I asked. And she speaks English, he said, while scrawling it down, each stroke of his hand smooth but lazy all at once. I leaned as close to him as I dared, trying to read what else he'd written, but he folded up the paper in half, concealing the list. Shady is giving sus. What did you write? I demanded. He reached for my unused paper, sliding it across the table towards him. He crumpled it into a ball. Before I could protest, he tossed it at the trash can beside Coach's desk. The shot dropped in. Kobe. I stared at the trash can a moment, locked between disbelief and anger. Then I opened my notebook for a clean page. What is your name? I asked, pencil posed to write. I glanced up in time to catch another dark grin. This one seemed to dare me to pry anything out of him. Your name, I repeated, hoping it would take my imagination that my voice faltered. Box sure that he was making fun of me. Call me. I don't have free time. I'm assuming this assignment is graded, so do me a favor. He leaned back in his seat, folded his arms behind his head. What kind of favor? I was pretty sure it was an innuendo, but I grappled for a way to change the subject. Free time. Yeah, he repeated thoughtfully. I take pictures. What kind of pictures? I printed photography on my paper. I wasn't finished, he said. I got quite a collection of going on e-sign columnist who believes there's truth in eating organic, who writes poetry in secret, and who shudders at the thought of having to choose between Stanford, Yale, and what's the big one with an H? I stared at him for a moment, shaking my head how dead on he was. I didn't get the feeling it was a lucky guess. He knew, and I wanted to know how. Right now. No, I said bucks at 50k, I never said 35. Y'all be lying. Y'all be lying. Wait a minute, I think the dent disappeared. I'll replace it with this anyways. But you won't end up going to any of them. I won't, I asked, without thinking. He hooked his fingers into the seat of my chair, dragging me closer to him. Not sure if I should scoot away or show fear, or do nothing and feign boredom. I chose the latter. Hey, how long is this? How long is this chapter, bro? Only a couple pages. We're all the way there. We're all the way there. He said, even though you thrive in all three schools, you scorn them for being cliche of achievement. Passing judgment is your third biggest weakness. Okay, we can do blocking negativity after this as well. And my second, I said with quiet rage, who was this guy? And is this some kind of disturbing joke? You don't know how to trust. I take that back. You trust. Just all the wrong people. And my first, I demanded, you keep life on a short leash. What's that supposed to mean? You're scared of what you can't control. The hair at the nape of my neck stood on end, and the temperature in the room seemed to chill. Ordinarily, I would have gone straight to Coach's desk and requested a new seating chart. But I refused to let Patch think he could intimidate me or scare me. I felt an irrational need to defend myself and decided right then and there I wouldn't back down, even if he did. Or until he did. Did you sleep naked? Did you sleep naked, he asked. My mouth threatened to drop, but I held it in check. You're hardly the person I'd tell. What the hell am I reading? Ever been to a shrink? No, I lied. The truth was, I was in counseling with the school psychologist, Dr. Hendrickson. It wasn't by choice. And it wasn't something I'd like to talk about. Done anything illegal? No. Occasionally breaking down the speed limit wouldn't count. Not him. Not with him. Why don't you ask me something normal, like my favorite music? I'm not going to ask what I can guess. You do not know the type of music I listen to. Baroque. With you, it's all about order, control. I bet you play the cello. He said it like he pulled a glass out of, he said it like he pulled a glass right out of thin air. Wrong. Another lie, but this one sent a chill rippling along my skin. Who was he really? And if he knew I played cello, what else did he know? What's that? Patch tapped his pen against the inside of my wrist. Instinctively, I pulled away. A birthmark. Looks like a scar. Are you suicidal, Nora? His eyes connected with mine, and I could feel him laughing. Parents married or divorced? I live with my mom. Where's Dad? Dad passed away last year. How did he die? I flinched. He was murdered. This is kind of personal territory, if you don't mind. There was a count of silence, and the edge in Patch's eyes seemed to soften a touch. Oh, what? Oh, we have 50k. Okay, fine. I'm like literally right here. Hold on. There was a count of silence, and the edge in Patch's eyes seemed to soften a touch. That must be hard. He sounded like he meant it. The doorbell rang, and Patch was on his feet, making his way towards the door. Okay. life has up here at the top. And of course, do not forget to follow my YouTube. I posted a new video today that you're gonna also fall asleep to, so let's season your books a little bit. Gotta season it. It's bacon salt. Okay. Yes, because you never know. The bugs might be pretty tasty, so. Now I'll work with the little bugs. Little bugs, little bugs, little bugs, little bugs. Pretty good. Hey, thank you for watching that video already again. And what's this book? It's called Hush Hush by Becca Fitzgerald. Do continue to like and follow if you want to see more of that book. A little bit of chocolate. I think it's Easter themed a little bit today. Oh, you want some too? Okay, open up and say, ah. Hey, thank you for the popcorn. And yeah, we can do shaving cream. What is this? Just make sure to tap that screen. Okay, let's look at a little bit of books. Okay, let's look at it. Yeah, I plucked all the wings away so you can just grab it, tap it. Perfect. Okay, let's look at it. Oh my god. Your bugs are very fuzzy today. I don't know if it's like rabbits. It's giving Easter rabbit, okay? Let me still continue to look for stuff. It's okay. Let's look for a little bit of a juicier bug today. Let's look for a little bit of a juicier bug. We'll do 70k for shaving cream, and then after shaving cream we will do the water spray sounds. I think someone requested. We will do that. And I did just read a book, so you missed an entire 30 minutes of me just reading this book right here. But if you do want to see more of me reading, follow my YouTube. I will post a video soon. But there's also a new video up today, so be sure to watch it. Okay, let's look for the box. Okay, let's go back to look at the box. Let's look. channels, by the way. Helps girl out, you know. I think I remember someone asking about my zodiac sign once. It's a Scorpio. I'm a November Scorpio, if that also matters as well. Yes, Bricky, you said it. If you want more bucks, check out my YouTube channel. It's a 3-hour video on it. Like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy to pass up on that. Okay. We are on 70k. Let me bust out the shaving girl, okay? Oh no, I was the plastic wrap. So, Astrid shaving cream right here. Please comment down below what your favorite genre of book is. Are you into more romance, action, adventure, sci-fi, fantasy, historical, horror? Damn. You're really a different person. I cannot handle any horror stuff. That freaking movie Coraline, it scarred me as a child, and I cannot watch that movie again without ever sleeping at night. If I was to do shaving cream without the plastic wrap, it would totally happen to me, not to anyone else. Flashbacks to me putting fucking putty on my mic. Oh, never again. Oh, yo, LGBT. All of the LGBT books are also pretty fucking bomb. And if it counts for anything, thank you for the rose, by the way. I am a massive fan of MXTX books, the epitome of Chinese novels, Chinese BL novels. Now that that's ready, let's go. Okay, but I was almost going to go and just get really into Twilight because they came out with the Twilight comic, and I was like, what? This shit actually good. And then they stopped updating it, so I can never get into Twilight now. Like, this is what it is. And thank you for the rose. Thank you. Supporting me financially is also very big. I think it's falling a little bit. Hey, thank you. I'm just gonna cover you right there. other tapping sounds right after this, so do make sure to tap that screen so I can be sure that y'all want that sound. We'll do Hunger Cave for another trigger. Hello, Sabrina. Hey, where did my plastic go? I'm going to be live for roughly like an hour more. So let's get this. And refill up my water. Because I frankly just did not have time to do water tonight. I didn't think people want water sounds. Thank you, no name. Oh my god. Perfect. We are all ready for the water sprays. Immaculate. Thank you for the whipped coffee. Hosak. Who the hell's Hosak? I do speak a little bit of Japanese. I am also Korean as well. Hey, thank you for the ice cream. You'll learn Japanese by not, it's pretty fun. Young勉強してるのは素敵ですね。雨の方。いやこんなに雨の音聞くのって原神というアプリのゲームで神様隼人の変身かな。いや変身じゃなくてスキル、英語ではスキルっていうんですが、そんな音と同じですね。I spoke a little bit of Japanese just to give you that, if you give it that vibe. I will post a Japanese video on my YouTube soon. Just gotta get my pronunciation all busted up, you know. 아그치 만약에 한국 분에서 있었으면, I'll see your mother now. Glad you got better, man. Actually, 여기 한국 분 있으면 난 유튜브 채널에서 한국 비디오 업로드했습니다. 그래서 거기 가면은 뭐 한국 비디오 하나밖에 없지만 미래에서는 더 차곡차곡 업로드할 거니까 꼭 구독해주세요. Happy Easter to you all. I don't really celebrate just because I don't know what they even do on us in Easter. not see it, but I searched up a couple pictures and I was like, do I actually look like J-Hope? Please. It smells like your mom a little bit. Not girl version of J.O. How dare you? You know what, but I do admit I do kind of look like him. He could be my long lost brother, who knows? And we're all clean. Let me just wipe you down real quick. And by that, I mean just my table, not you. You can stay wet. You can stay wet forever. Okay. Before we get to Hunger K, I will do a quick sketch. Where did my thing go? Hold on, let me just find a pen. Let me just find a pen in this array of stuff. Oh, it's upside down. Yes. You will stay wet forever. No guarantees. Nothing else. You cannot be unwet. Never again. You know what? I'll bet that. So, yesterday we had quite the thirsty mindset where we drew a bunch of people that we all commonly know. Thank you, Julia. It started off very innocent of, what is this? A guessing game. By the way, that's a Russian doll in case y'all can't tell. And that was the gingerbread man. And that is a cat. I'll see ya. But then we quickly just went off the rocker and went straight to hell and just started to draw handsome Shrek. And then right after I just unleashed this masterpiece on this world, a lot of people started asking for handsome Squidward. And so we drew a little bit of Mr. Squidward tentacles right here with this clarinet and ooh, graphic t-shirt. And of course, after we did that, we could not go a day without drawing megamind. Or we say hot mind. Look at his little cape, and I think the little hands in his pockets. Oof. Couldn't have drawn it better myself, honestly. Unbeaten, unchallenged. Okay. We'll draw one character for today, but what character shall I draw for you today? What character shall I draw for you? Yo, the chat changes every day. El Gato. Okay. face for Mr. Patrick Star himself. Oh my god. Y'all thirsty for a damn starfish. A starfish. You know what? An artist has to do whatever her clients want to survive, so it is what it is. Okay. Oh, you can see. I see the Patrick SquarePants have just one entirely, and so I'll end that poll right there. And so we will draw Mr. Patrick Star right there. The hot version, of course, and from that I can clearly imagine what he would look like. I can imagine it now. I can just imagine what will go down. Okay, so what I'm going to do for Mr. Patrick Star here is make sure that you keep tapping that screen first and foremost. We cannot slow down. We cannot slow down. The algorithm seeks to push me down every single day, so the least we can do is do that. Is Patrick bald? I'm not sure. We'll do a little bit of his regular circle eyes, but then we can't be basic. No. We have to draw humongous false lashes up in here. And a little bit of eyebrow action for a little bit of a material coral. And of course, a snatched nose like that, because we all know Patrick Star has a nose, but you just can't see it sometimes. It just is what it is. And of course, a little bit of a lip action. I'll give him like the fattest bottom lip that you can ever see in the whole square of Bikini Bottom. A little bit of glistening right there. Ooh. Oof, look at that. I drew a little glint and it actually looks very realistic. Disney could hire me at this point. Nickelodeon, who? And so, I'll give him a little bit of basic eyes, because why not? I hope you can't hear that. That's my mom's Mission Impossible ringtone. So, I give him a little bit of blush because Patrick Star might be a material coral. But he's shy sometimes. He's shy, okay? Now let's give him that arm. That other arm too. It might be a little bit lopsided, but I swear to God it isn't. And we'll give him a little bit of a v-neck with those like classic crosses. Just crossy cross. And oh, that's not connected. We gotta connect up. You know. And you might think this is a whole bodysuit, but it's not. It actually cuts off at the arms right here. Because Miss Patrick Star right here has acrylics. And he only has 4 fingers, so it just is what it is. Perfect. We'll give him a Gucci bracelet here too. And another bracelet here, because why not? But this one's gonna be Louis. snitch for that leg. Let me look at. No, I need to look at the. And that is dot. But of course, we do not end there. No, it is not over yet. No. I have to give in the fattest pumps that there ever existed. And give him a little bit of two. Just a little bit of two. And I'll give him a couple dots as well, because Patrick did recently shave, so we gotta be realistic here. We can't just Photoshop the little dots away. It is part of beauty. Oh my god, I just taught myself. I don't know what the hell happened, but thank you for the lollipops anyways. So as you can see, Mr. Patrick's star right here has a little bit of dots on it, but it is not over yet. No, we have to give him the accessories, and someone in the comments said give him the Jotaro hat, and we shall. And truth be told, I do not have an idea of what Jotaro hats look like. I know I watched it, but I can't remember. Let me practice in the back right here. Let me practice. It's just gonna end up like that, didn't it? I can't remember what Jotaro's hat looked like in the beginning. Like, no, in the front, but yeah, I could practically do it like that. Let's do it in the front. Then let's do it in the front. No, it doesn't work that well because Patrick does not have hair, but it is what it is. You want hoop earrings? Bet. We gave Mr. Patrick Star some big ass hoop earrings, but you want bigger ones? Okay, fine. We gave Mr. Patrick Star some big ass hoops. And of course we're gonna put the big P in front of it for Patrick Star. Perfect, we Jotified. We Patrickified Jotaro hat. What else should we put on him? What else? It needs a bow. Miss, where do you want the bow to be exactly? Where do you want the bow to be? On his wrist, on his neck, as a little neck accessory. Do you want the bow in the hat? Okay, we'll put the bow in the hat. And if at any point any of y'all are in this chat not subscribed to my YouTube channel or not following me on TikTok, it's giving racism. I don't know what to tell you. File it with the government. So let's give him a little JoJo Siwa bow. I'll put it right there. We have put the little JoJo Siwa beard on him. Not the beard. The little bow on him. A wig and a purse. I'm seeing a lot of Gucci / Louis Vuitton. I'm seeing Tesco. I'm seeing Chanel, Prada, Devil Wears Prada, but Patrick Star is not a devil, so we cannot put him. Okay, we'll just make our own design and put all the logos on it, because why the hell not? Why the hell not? So we'll put it on this little Gucci bracelet hand right there. Oh, we get one of those extremely long ones with the lopsided. With the lopsided angle, because Mr. Patrick Star has to be different. This is what it is. And so with this, we'll put a V inside of it as a design, because it kind of looks like an L already, so it's a Louis Vuitton, but at the same time, that's what you think. That's what you think, until you see right here that it has a little G zipper. It's a Z zipper. It belongs to Gucci, and it's a collaboration from Louis Vuitton. So it's a little zipper on there. Perfect, perfect. So we gave him our purse. Thank you for the roses, by the way. I completely missed it while I was looking at this. Pearl necklace. Do you know? Do you, Dennis, want to give him a pearl necklace? Thank you, wannabe pine tree. Do you want to give him a pearl necklace? Are you deadass? Are you deadass? Are you talking about? The pearl necklace? Are you talking about the pearl necklace? Because this is animal cruelty. I cannot put Miss Pearl, Mr. or Mrs. Batty Patrick's neck. Mr. Krabs will be furious. Mr. Krabs will be furious. I'm gonna put another type of pearl necklace on him, because y'all are just cruel. You are killing animals out there. I'm gonna put the humane one instead. Naturally sourced, by the way. Naturally sourced, so don't come for me or Patty Patrick right here. We'll put a little pearl made out of pearls, of course. We'll give him a pearl choker with the pearl P in the middle. Look at that. Patrick is such a baddie, I can't. He needs a Costco membership card. I'm gonna fucking try it right now on his other hand. Oh no, his acrylics can't really hold it that well, so I don't know what to do. I'll give him an extra big Costco card. Oh, that was my stomach. Ignore that. That is the big Costco card right there. What else should we draw on it? What else? Not give him a deal. We're not gonna go into the furry territory. No hate to the furries, but that's a whole another species. A wig. Fine. We'll give him a wig. Do you want a long wig, or do you want one of those like short tuffy wigs? Okay, here, I'll give him the exact haircut. No, watch. I'll give him a little bit of bang action right there. That will eventually end up as a ponytail that just mysteriously. also drew other stuff yesterday on my live, and if you missed it, or you just want to see it again and just laugh at me as well as the drawings that I did for y'all, it will be up on my YouTube tomorrow, so do make sure to join that on link in my bio, you know. Oh, you think she needs shades? Do you think she needs shades? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. She be real extra. This is why I love y'all too. Y'all with your crazy ass ideas. Girl, I don't know where to put the shades on it because I already drew her eyes. Wow, where do I put the sunglasses on it? Oh, she wants a tattoo. Okay, fine. While we're thinking of how to put the sunglasses on her, we'll put the tattoo right on her little freshly shaved feet right there. Now, what does Patrick love more than himself? Time's over. It is actually SpongeBob, so we'll give him a SpongeBob tattoo right on here because they went to go get it at the Goofy Goober convention that they went to. And it's perfect because she already has the dots to cover it. Perfect, look at that tattoo. You always write Goofy. Okay, fine, I'll pretend that my signature is Goofy for now. There we go, it is the Goofer signature. The Goofy signature. You want the... Okay, you want me to just draw mayonnaise shades in her hand, okay? She's already drawn. She's already had her Costco card in her hand. Am I supposed to draw the shades in her purse? Alright, we'll also give her a nose ring as well because I think someone saw that. There we go, we gave her a nose ring. Now she a baddie, a different type of baddie as well. And as for the shades, we'll give her one of those like straight goggles that a lot of Gucci brands have. That just peek out from under there. Look at that. Her sunglasses are just peeking out just very slightly. I think it's pretty much done, is it not? Does she need more? She has the signature for Goofy Cover. She has SpongeBob tattooed on her. She has the stilettos vibe. The fishnets, the girdle slash crop top pant mini skirt action that literally covers nothing. The V-neck, the pearl necklace with the P, the Costco card, the hoops, the little nose ring, the baddie lips, as well as the gloss, of course, it is Fenty, as well as the wig, the brand, the Jodo hat, the Jojo Siwa bow, the little blush, falsies, a purse, shades, acrylics. You want her to have a mustache? Okay, fine. Gender-bend Patrick, breaking all gender stereotypes, we will do a mustache. But hold on, let me practice the mustache on this back right here. Oh, perfect. I tested it out on Miss Pearl on the back. Okay. Oh, there's like barely any space that I left for her, but it's okay. We will set it right there. Nobody talk to me. I'm focusing. Look at that. It is right on her upper lip. I think this is pretty busted. Look at that, Patrick. Okay. We're going to give that a rest and move on to other triggers. Because frankly, drawing a jawline on this, I don't even know how I'll draw that, so. But I've tried my best. Give me a thumbs up or tap the screen if you liked it. For me to take a screenshot to show it to your friends, you know. Crop. Okay. Tomorrow we'll add another collection to our baddie list, of course. And it will forever be growing in this journal of hotties. I can practically create a manga. It will be animated someday, so watch out for that. Tiki ASMR anime. Thank you for the gifts, by the way. Thank you, thank you. We will move on to other triggers because I think someone saw a request to do a little bit of gloves. So we'll go back to regularly scheduled ASMR for the rest of the live. It's actually 30 minutes left in this live too. But if y'all enjoyed that and you want to see more of it, potentially an entire just live dedicated to it as well, just like yesterday, to make sure to follow, as well as hit me up on YouTube. Link in bio. I will be posting the videos where I drew that along with everyone else's interactive comments that I read anyways on YouTube tomorrow. What class things are you talking about? Are you talking about the ice globes? Okay, so my ice gloves are on the way because I just did not have them, and so I just decided to go on AliExpress while I was on there, and I bought myself some ice gloves with the petals inside of it. It will be coming in the next 75 business days, so do watch out for that. I hope it comes earlier, but now let me drink some water. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Thank you for being concerned. If you were concerned at all. Just got a case of hiccups. I thought I died from whatever it is. But the live is ending in 30 minutes, so in case I think someone asked that question as well. Homer Simpson. Alright. Although we will do a vote to decide who to draw, and if your vote doesn't win, it's just what it is, man. I'll try my best to push for it. If not, you can gift, and I will do it. Hello, and thank you for those. I'm not from Nepal, I'm from Korea. actually did shaving cream earlier, but if you want to see it or just want to see shaving cream in general, it is actually in the YouTube video that I posted recently, literally today. There's shaving cream in that one. I'm 99% sure. Link in my mind. Is my nose green or purple? I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of green, but a tinge of black as well, if you can see right there. ASMR lives and ask me to scream. Now I gotta scroll up. I don't know why the chat collapsed all of a sudden, but hey Molly, woof woof to you too, happy birthday. Did y'all celebrate your dog's birthday? What did you do for it? You have to have a big celebration or else I cannot accept it. One final one, okay? I'm not even sure when the first time I did bugs were. I do remember one of the videos used to be pinned, and it was a very first video called Pluck and Nibble, and I was using, where did it go? I was using this little pinchy here, this little video somehow blew up, and that was the beginning of my ASMR career. Okay, you want to close on the screen? Okay, fine. And we did do shaving cream already. Check out my latest YouTube video where I do shaving cream for that one instead. My favorite color is pink. My entire wall is actually pink, actually. Styles, the watermelon sugar. I was addicted to that song for some reason, even though it was just kind of like a regular song. But my group Shiny right there, as you can see. Damon is also right there too. Hello, Maddie. Hello, hello. What's up? But yeah, I stand Shiny all day, every night. All day, all night. Thank you, thank you. Just give you a little bit of push. Oh, nice. Molly went with her siblings. I love it. Yes, of course. Hello, Dennis. Hello. And thank you for the microphone. I am Korean, don't worry. You are correct. I'm just gonna give you a brushing in the corner right here. Hello, Leah. Hello. I mean, yeah, I like English too. It's how I mainly communicate with my people. The live is actually ending in 30 minutes, so if you wanted to get on later, you'll have to catch one of the lives that I uploaded on my YouTube. But I'll also upload this as well as the one that I did yesterday. I think I'll just conjoin it into like a 3-hour YouTube video tomorrow. Thank you for the ice cream cone. And that's why you have to subscribe to my YouTube. Link in bio, okay? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I guess it ends in like 22 minutes to be precise. No, not 22. 12 minutes. Yeah, that's how math works. Yeah, totally. Hello, Sam. Hello. Let me just give you a little bit of... Hello, Nasir. Hello. Thank you, bro. Thank you. For me, it is 5:38 on my neck, and I go live like literally every day on 4 p.m. MST. But you never know, because ASMRs are getting banned left and right. So that's why you gotta follow me on YouTube as well, and on Instagram to see any updates, as well as to be pictures of my new cat. Thank you for the gifts. Hello, Jaden. Hello. Oh, you gave me an emoji challenge, alright. Surprisingly, a lot of people started posting emoji challenges. I've been trying to like make as many of them as I can, but you know, if I do miss it, I do apologize. Just repost it, and hopefully I will not miss it at that point. But I try to go through all the old videos too. My name is Daki, ASMR. Daki. Or you can call me Sarah. Oh god. I sometimes wish I was bald so I can just kinda It says let's avocado. I freaking love that font. Thank you, Impossible. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you're in Korea? Damn. Are you Korean or are you just living in Korea currently? Because that's cool too. Gotta respect people loving my country. Thank you for the roses, fam. Let me just tap a little bit because I do remember people asking for tapping. And tapping's very common, but something I don't really do as much. Hello, Jensen. Hello. I got the name Takey by combining my first and last name, like my legal name. It is Takey. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Andrew. Hey, Nor. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. What are you doing for your birthday tomorrow? And my legal name? If I tell you that, are you gonna stalk me and find all my socials? All my private socials. We shall see. Although, you can't see my legal name if you click on my PayPal, because you have to have your real name on it, your legal name too, which is kind of sus, but yeah. If you can spare a few dollars, please consider donating to my PayPal. I'm not like homeless or anything, but it will certainly help my ASMR career. Hello, Sophia. Hello to Finland. And thank you, Impossible, for the roses. Hello, Laura. Hello, Xavier. Hello, Melissa. Hey, Amy. Laura Croft. Hello. Laura Croft. Croft. Where do I live? I live in Canada. Alberta. Oh shoot, there used to be a clock in my house, in my room, but it made like the tick 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 noises, so I just got rid of it because I didn't want that interfering with any of my ASMR videos. I think the time in Korea right now is, because it's like what, 4 hours before, but it's like 12 hours. It's probably morning time over there. It's probably like what, 8, 9 a.m., you know. You can get to my PayPal at the link in my bio and the link tree at the very bottom there. Hello, Zaid. Hello. Oh, thank you, Nelly. And just click on it. It takes you to the page where you can like send or receive money. Please don't ask for money from me. It's a little awkward. It puts us in an uncomfortable situation. You don't have to donate to me if you don't have money. Don't put yourself in financial risk to donate to someone that you haven't met before. Please don't. Unless you want to have some feed pics. My dream one day is to... Okay, so funny story though. A long time ago, and by that I mean a solid year ago, exactly a year from ago, when I was in like the peak COVID times, I was like, damn, I should start an OnlyFans, but for my feet, like a feet ASMR, not feet ASMR, feet OnlyFans. And so I worked hard to start it up, but it just didn't grow because I had no idea how to like hustle, and so I really fumbled the bag right there. And I just never took off in terms of my feet. So, but my feet are great. I swear to God, I can't really show them on camera because they're a hot commodity these days. They're a hot commodity, and unfortunately, I do not have any space for my mons right now. But let me just kind of. What? You said your friend? Why did your friend tell you that? That's supposed to be a private meeting between me and your friend. Oh, hello, Jenny. Hello, Neto. Oh, are you asking me if my name's Jenny? Hello, Lena. I don't have a Kayak account. Aja. Hey, Aja. Hello, hello. Where's Aja? Hello, Aja. Hello, hello, hello. If you don't know what the box trigger is, hello, Sarah. From Sarah. Check out my YouTube, link in bio. There's a 3-hour YouTube video on there. Hello, Tyler. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm glad that she's happy. Hello, Ari. Hello, hello. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, so please tell me if I pronounce it wrong. いや、日本人じゃないんです。あ、でも日本語は喋りますけど、ほんの少しだけです。ほんの少し。Hello, Felicity. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Chloe. Wait a minute. Hello, Astrid. Hello. Hello, Sarax. Hey, Vicky. What the hell's a bug on my leg? Hello, Dylan. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Keely Camp. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for the sunglasses, I do have one. I have this. Oh, welcome back, Claudia. I have this old random thing here that I actually never wore outside after I bought it from Aldo Accessories for like $5. I can't speak Korean. 한국분이세요? 아니면 좀은 그쵸. 한국분이시면은 한국 어디까지만 내 유튜브 채널에서 새로운 유튜브 뭐였지? 한국 비디오를 업로드했습니다. 그래서 다 가지고 꼭 구독하고 서포트 해주십시오. 사랑 줘서 감사합니다. Hello, Amarella. Or you're a Amarella. I don't know what that is. No, I don't have water gloves, but it's okay. I bought my own damn self from water gloves from AliExpress. It is coming very, very soon. I don't know how. I don't know when it's gonna come, but it is. It's like the pink one, my favorite color, with the little petals inside of it, because I want it to be different. I'll bust it out as soon as I get it, don't worry. I also bought some other props as well for ASMR, so stay tuned for that. If I had a daughter, what would I name her? Bitch. I have a whole list of all the anime names that I have ever come across. Hello, Nelly. Hello, hello. I have more boy names for some reason. Like, boy names, I guess. It's just like, it's pretty much anime names. It can be anything. I'll name them whatever it is. Because if I like a name, I will just give the name to whatever it is that I can name. That's how I named my new cat, Pingha. It's a guy name. It's a Chinese name. That's the main lead from this company self-saving system has. My first name is Sarah. Or are you talking about my legal name? My favorite anime duo. Damn, I never thought about a duo like that. Yuri and Victor from Yuri on Ice. For some reason, that was the first thing that popped into my head because they are pretty good together. Or, if I were to go pretty basic, Alan Walker and Kanda, or Yukanda. is ugly. Hello, Holly. Hey, Heywan. Heywan 씨, 안녕하세요. Oh my god, what? Someone got shot. Stay inside, stay inside. Hello, Tiara, hello, hello. Hello, Surya. Or Surya, 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 or Surya. I have no idea what it is. Hello, Sophie. I have watched One Piece, I'm caught up. Never mind, I think my mom's talking to our grandparents. So forgive me if they're a little bit loud, but it is what it is. I'm 22. And right now it is 5:52, 8 minutes before this live ends, by the way. I did watch Naruto. Pretend you can't hear anything in the background. What do I think about Finland? Nothing. I think it has some pretty great scenery. I never went there, so I can't really have any opinions about it. What you see online is not like what it property is actually. I'm sure it's a beautiful place. I'm sure there's it's like any other country. There's beautiful things and there's negative things. It's sort of like how humanity works, but I have to go to all the countries one day. At least just once, damn. International ASMR. Thank you. My favorite character in Naruto, easy, Minato. Minato-san. Naruto's dad, ooh. Hot. Okay. Now in these last 7 minutes here. You wanna tap the water bottle? Thank you. It's almost 3 a.m. Where are you in this world? It's 3 a.m. Hey, hello to Germany. Guten Tag. Did I say that right? Guten Tag. It is my natural nails. I recently cut them so it's a little bit shorter and better to tap with. Hello to Portugal. Oh, Guten Tag was right. Yes. Hey, hello to England. Top of the morning to ya. Top of the morning. Bip bip cheerio. JK. Hey, Kara. I love the voice actor of Kara. He plays, if you know Ultimate Games, it's like the dating sims. He plays one of my favorite characters in Amnesia Memories, Kent. And that Japanese voice actor also voiced a new character in Genshin Impact called Ayato. Or Ayato. Oh, that freaking wins, fam, wins. Are you on bugs? Do you want bugs or do you not want bugs? I feel like I'm edging you on with ASMR. Edging ASMR, honestly. Ah, konbanwa. 来てくれてありがとうございます。いやでも日本語で subscribe ってどういうかなわかりませんけど communities. I don't know why people keep asking me that every day. Do I look like an anti-LGBTQ plus, or do y'all just ask that to everyone? Okay, let's do for a little bit of box then. Hello, Roblox kid. Oh, my eye felt weird. Okay, let's do. Oh no, fam, the background noise is my mom, it's not your mom. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. Okay, she got my message. She will be ending her call right now. Hello. Okay, let's look at the box. Okay, let me just scroll you down right there. Scooch. Give you a little message. I'm sorry to hear about your parent, fam. Sucks when a pet dies on you. It's like a part of the family dies. And I feel like I'll have to go through that when my cat dies too, even though I literally just got her. But she's like already a year old, so oh my god. Don't make me think about it, but I'm sorry to hear that, fam. Condolences to you. And Carl's voice actor, he plays Kamisato Ayato in Genshin Impact, as well as Kent from Amnesia Memories, so do play that game. No matter what kind of gender you're into, do play that. It's pretty toxic and just hilarious. There's a guy who is like your childhood best friend, but acts like your older brother, but is not related to you by blood, and traps you in a cage because he loves you so much. Toxic, I know, but it's so entertaining. Okay, let's look for the box. Meow meow. Hey, Cosme, what's up? What's up? Oh, hey girl, your friend be cancer? Yes. Kudos to your friend, fam. Happy for that. Love you too. Hello. Thank you for the wishing bottle, by the way. Thank you for the follows. Do make sure to check out my newest YouTube video. It is one of the TikTok lives that I did. And if you want more of the drawing ones and you missed the previous ones of the hotties that I will not name for surprise elements, do check out my YouTube channel tomorrow, as I'll be posting this and yesterday's live just combined into like a 3.5 hour live. So you can see all of the drawing pleasures. Well, I don't have bugs, but you have bugs. You have bugs right here, so let me just kind of pluck them for you. Okay, let's welcome back. Welcome, Moody. Oh, you want a little bit of beauty blender? Okay, fine. That would be the last trigger for today, since it is 6 and I have to go. I have to eat dinner already. Oh my god. What is... Hey, Jensen. Welcome back. Got a lot of beauty blender here for you today. I will beat your face with one of these, but do you want the neon pink or the dirty pink? I'll give you the dirty pink. I'm gonna give you the dirty pink because I want the pink one. That's clean, okay? Okay. Let me just kind of hit you with the butt. My entire body is shaking. Of course. Trippy, you better say bullseye in the next one then, okay? The next live is tomorrow at 4 p.m. MST. I go live every day, so do make sure to catch me there. And with that, my neck is finally just out. Thank you for the roses, by the way. If you want more druggers requested, do make sure to join for tomorrow. Stickiness. Yeah. But I do go live every day at 4 p.m. MST. That is Mountain Standard Time. So if you're in Eastern Time, that's like 6 p.m. for you. I don't know what the other times are, frankly. I don't know. I think the Central Time is like an hour after, so it's at 5 p.m. Central. I don't know about the other times, like London or England or Australia or anything like that. Hello. But other than that, I hope to catch y'all tomorrow. Do make sure to check out my YouTube. I'm being deadass. Do not skimp out on my YouTube just in case I fucking disappear off this planet when TikTok decides to be racist and bans me, so it is no joke. I don't want to lose y'all, okay? I will be going, but thank you for all the love that you showed me today. I hope to see you guys tomorrow again. That's okay if you can't give me. Just watch the entire 3-hour video on my YouTube instead. That will give me watch time hours. And I will tell my mom that you said hi. Sayonara. Sayonara. Annyeong. See ya.